right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Foodies and Friends on Fox 26. Y'all. Seriously. I found my new Stomping Grounds, y'all. We're here at the Stomping Grounds at Himari, which is a new to me sushi restaurant, Japanese restaurant here in Houston, participating in Houston Restaurant Weeks for the very first time. This man right here, though, y'all, are going to need to get to know him. This is Executive Chef Tye Nguyen. He is the man running the show over here and doing all the good for the food bank. Y'all had an amazing August. Thank you so much for your support. I can totally understand why. I saw so many people talking about these dishes and can't wait to try them. How was your month? How was it?
It's really great. A lot of growth. Just growing myself. Went on a trip. Get some inspiration.
Yeah.
Hiring new people. Getting them trained up. Everybody's really excited. This is kind of like a transition period for us. And actually, this is like really helpful for us to get our name out there and hopefully continue to offer really high quality sushi to the area. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Himari, we're right over here in Garden Oaks, and this is a very cool spot. There are about 6 or 7 different food concepts here. We're going to talk a little bit more about it later because I have a lot of recommendations for families. If y'all want to come out here and get some food, this is a great spot. We're going to go right to the foodie cam and talk about some of the incredible dishes that we are seeing on the $39 Houston Restaurant Weeks menu at Himari. And Chef Tye Nguyen is going to take us through the dishes. What are we looking at, Chef?
So this is our spicy crunchy tuna.
Now, Tye, how long have you been with the restaurant group, which is Duck Stash Hospitality? We'll mention a few of the other concepts here as well.
I've been with Patrick and Daniel around 8 to 9 years since we worked at Viche. I was with them shortly after they opened Kokoro. I was with them when they opened the first Handies. And I was with them when we opened Aiko. Now this is kind of my jaunt into heading a restaurant.
Yeah. Shout out to Uchi. We're another really great sushi restaurant here in Houston and has great food. And this is beautiful, Chef. This is now what's on the top here? I see a little sauce.
So the tuna itself is mixed with their homemade serrano aioli. And also there's a little dab on top just to add that creaminess and spice. A little bit of other depth as well, which I won't tell.
Yeah. Gotta have some secrets here, right? Can't tell everybody how to do it, right? Yep. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam for another dish on the $39 Houston Restaurant Weeks menu at Himari. This restaurant opened in 2022 and is right here over in Garden Oaks. Lots of other choices. What's this, Chef? What are we looking at?
So this is spicy yellowtail. This is also pretty much a staple at most sushi bars. Just my little spin on it. Added a little smoked tomato.
Smoked tomato?
Yep. So the little tomatoes there, those are heirloom cherry tomatoes. And there's a little Thai basil as well. And our really good ponzu sauce that we make in house as well.
Chef.
So to me, it's kind of a fusion between Japanese, Italian, and Southeast Asian.
So that's where the smoked tomato comes in, where you get the little Italian.
Yeah, tomato
influence.
basil is a classic combo as well.
Because tomato's not typically, or is it? It's not really typically a vegetable that we see in Japanese cuisine too often, or do we?
Lately, yes.
Okay.
Like I think Viche kind of led the way as far as Texas. They
Smoking the tomato, baby. That's a good saying. Smoking the tomato.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know that I've had smoked tomato before. I didn't realize I had smoked tomato before, but
I actually got that idea a long time ago. I was watching Food Network. They made a pizza with smoked tomato. And always little things like that inspire me. Kind of keep tucked away back there, so I get a chance to incorporate it into my own food.
And it is smoky, right? Because I kind of, just as I was about to taste it, it looks like a regular tomato. It doesn't look like it's colored. There's nothing on it. I'm like, how the heck is this going to taste smoky? But you did it.
So it is a cold smoke that we use. It's actually Japanese product. It's basically like reconstituted sawdust in a way.
It's reconstituted sawdust.
Yeah. So we light it up. Then
the things they come up with.
Yeah. That's one of the techniques I learned at Uchi. So a lot of things I learned.
Well, it tastes fabulous. Yeah. Shout out to Uchi. All right, guys. Time for another dish on the foodie cam here at Himari Stomping Grounds. We're up on the second floor. Y'all have a couple of levels for dining. We'll talk about that in a second, but tell us what we're looking at here.
So this is a sake viche. We've been open for a while, and I wanted to start trying to push seasonal items. So at the time I was working with one of my servers. He's like, oh, I want to make this peach drink. I'm like, oh, can you make a dish to go with it? So this is what I came up with. So it has a Vietnamese influence, with the sauce being nuoc mam, which is basically like fish sauce with like lime juice, garlic, chilies, and stuff like that. So you get a nice balance of sweet, sour, spicy, salty. Then you get the creamy salmon, which is highest quality you can get in the city, along with Texas peaches, a little of Japanese mint. So again, this is a fusion of Japanese and Vietnamese, because I am half Vietnamese, in case you can tell by my last name. But yeah, that dish is really nicely balanced with flavors and textures.
I love that, and I'm giggling at the name. I love the name, Sake Viche.
Yeah, so sake means salmon in Japanese. Mm-hmm. So it's like a ceviche in a way that is very acidic.
It's very smart. It's very, very smart.
But the acidity of the sauce balances out well with the sweetness and sourness of the peach.
Oh, stop. Chef. We just need a moment of silence. I'm very sorry. The peaches, chef. The peaches. The salmon. I'm using my upside down. There we go.
Oh, you're good.
This is possibly one of like the dishes that I will dream about. Do people tell you that often?
Oh, yeah.
They do.
Yeah, I make just last week. I made a gentleman. He's a regular customer of actually all our restaurants.
Okay.
He asked me, oh, make something special for me. So there's a dish that I would make actually for our coworkers. It's just a eel with like some Japanese peppers as a hand roll. He's like, well, I don't even like unagi, but I like this. Mm-hmm. So that's what I like to do. I like to make things taste good.
And he dreams about the dish now.
Oh, he came back to have it again. So
he absolutely dreamt about it. Yeah. What is this sauce right here, the liquid?
So that is Vietnamese fish sauce.
Okay, yeah.
Recipe is a little different.
It is a little,
than,
I can taste a little difference. Yeah, fish sauce.
Vietnamese fish sauce would be a little bit stronger than this. If I made it like a regular fish sauce, it would have overpowered the dish.
Right. And that's what I noticed. I picked up on it. It was a little bit delicate. I know you said the fish sauce, but it tasted a little bit more delicate. Yeah. But I really liked it. Like it's because I'm one of those people with the fish. I can't have enough fish sauce. Like I'm the one asking for seconds and thirds in like a vermicelli bowl. Yeah. You know, I'm just piling the fish sauce on. Right. Yep. Yeah. Really good. Oh my gosh. I will come back here just for that dish, and I will remember that dish for sure in the future. All right, back to the foodie cam. We go here at Himari. I am giggling inside because of the dish that I just had, the peaches. Everything was so nice together. I'm so excited to hear about this next dish. What are we looking at, Chef?
So this is a tropical tuna. It's a very simple dish. very high quality Spanish bluefin tuna is the base, and then have a black garlic soy that we make in house along with pineapple relish. So
Which one is this?
basically, tropical tuna.
Perfect. Tropical. Yep.
I let the fish speak for itself
Mhm.
and just kind of accentuate it with some umami flavors, as well as some like brighter flavors from the pineapple.
Mm-hmm. Now this one also has black garlic soy.
Yep.
So talk a little bit about the garlic and how it changes color.
So black garlic is a pretty popular ingredient. I'd say it was a little bit more so a few years ago, but the way I'm using it here is a little bit different than a lot of other people, I feel like.
Oh, tell us. We like
So,
different. We
Black
love
garlic is made by slowly baking garlic for like, I can't remember how many days, but
different. So days, not
so it
hours.
creates a more caramelized and fermented flavor, a little more umami. You still get the flavor of the garlic.
And it is commonly used how?
I'd say most common use is like with steak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to me, tuna is basically steak of the sea.
Oh.
So it has a lot of similar flavors as far as like minerality and richness.
Yes.
Right?
Steak
It's
of the
very similar
sea.
to
I
beef.
love that. I
Yeah.
love that. That should go on your menu.
Yeah.
Steak of the sea. Very, very impressive so far here at Himari. These dishes, really, I'm enjoying them very much. I love this secondary little area here up top. You have downstairs, there's a full bar, and you guys can probably see in the foodie cam shots, you guys have a wide assortment of drinks and
Yep.
beers and all kinds of Japanese fun.
Yeah, so for now it's pretty basic, in my opinion, but we are working on. I want to offer like really authentic Japanese experience
Yep.
as far as like drinks go. As far as food goes, I'm working on a lot of things right now.
Yeah, we love that. And it's pretty cool. Like you said, you just got back from Japan, so you're extra inspired to make the diner's experience as authentic as possible here at Stomping Grounds. So I mentioned there's a few other concepts right around here. So there's a Lulu's right next door. There's the Fat Cat Creamery right next door. This is definitely an area that is 100% geared towards families. So if you guys come here and you have a group of, maybe 2 families or 3 families, and there's a bunch of kids, you can find something everybody is going to like. And it's all fenced in, so you can let your kids go free. It probably gets kind of busy and you see lots of kids running around. Does that make you guys
Some
nervous?
Weekends, no.
No?
I think with our specific concept, people are aware of how you should act when you're in a restaurant like this. So
Yes.
we haven't had many issues with stuff like that.
Yeah, but it gets busy. It gets fun. Lots of picnic tables and umbrellas and everything like that. Lots of fans. So definitely a good place for birthday parties and get-togethers, and especially if you've got a group who likes to try a lot of different food. All right, back to the foodie cam. The food and the dishes are the stars of the show here on Fox 26. We are at Himari, which is in Garden Oaks. The restaurant opened a few years ago. However, it is their very first time participating in Houston Restaurant Weeks, which runs now through September 30th. And we are so very grateful for their support of the food bank. Chef, tell us what we're looking at here.
So this is relatively traditional. It's called a futomaki in Japanese. It means the rice is rolled so that the roll is thicker. In this one, we have yellowtail, cucumber, avocado, and a sauce called negidari, which is a mixture of garlic, ginger, scallion, and salt.
Ooh, all the good stuff.
So it's very umami flavor. Goes really well, accenting the the nice meatiness of the fish. And you got the creaminess of the avocado, and then the crunch of the cucumber.
Yep. Now, you mentioned something that I've always wondered, and that is regarding the thickness of the rolls. So some rolls have more white rice inside or around them, and some have less. Why is that? And is it something that you can request, meaning like if you want more or less rice in a particular roll, or is that kind of like an etiquette-wise, like no?
We do get a lot of requests for instances like that. Not considering the rice, but like they
'Cause your
want to
rice is
sub
very
like
good.
cucumber for avocado or something
Yeah.
like that. The main thing that determines how you roll it is how much you want to put inside of it. For example, the thicker roll, you can fit more things inside. Versus if you have a skinny roll, also known as hosomaki, it's usually like one ingredient inside. So it really highlights the quality of the rice, the seaweed, and the fish. And then
So that makes
other
sense.
rolls with the rice on the outside, those are usually kind of in between. A lot of places will make them like a little more extravagant, like different toppings and such. We do have a few that are a little bit like that, but nothing crazy as some other places. But I'm testing a lot of different rolls right now. So
What's the most extravagant topping that you've seen on a roll that maybe you haven't done it, but maybe you're thinking about it, but in general?
like if you go to Vegas or something, they have like the foie gras and the truffle and the wagyu beef. It's good, but I pride myself on making simple ingredients taste good. Stuff like that. I mean, no matter what you do to it, it's gonna taste good. So.
Yeah. And I think, along the lines of what you're saying, like we saw the pineapple relish in a dish before, and that's something a little bit different, but it really adds something really nice to the dish. But I think that's kind of along the lines of what you're talking about, just kind of like people are used to seeing lump something on top of the rolls, but now it's just a pineapple relish, which is not something that you may have thought that it would be, and it tastes really good.
Yeah, I enjoy being unique. It's kind of one of my personality traits.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that when people come here and have a unique dish, like something that they can enjoy, they can only have it here.
Yeah, and they remember it. I'm still remembering the peaches that I just had, that there was a party going on in my mouth. I'm literally still remembering it, and I'm going to dream about it. And I'm going to call you tomorrow and tell you about my dream. Is that okay?
Maybe.
All right. We're going back to the Foodie Cam here on Fox 26, Foodies and Friends at Himari for the very first time. They have an incredible first-time Houston Restaurant Week's menu. $39, 4 courses, y'all. Not many menus out there that you're getting 4 courses for $39. What are we looking at, Chef?
So this is a classic Philly roll. So I'd say this is a classic American roll. We have avocado, cream cheese, and smoked salmon. A little sesame seed on the outside. So it's a nice balance of the creamy, smoky. It's really simple, but
yeah.
People like Philly rolls, ours is one of the best.
Yeah, I love Philly rolls. Now, I want to talk about where we are, the setting, why it is so good for families and kids. I even heard that there's a little rumor that y'all may be considering putting out a kids sushi menu, which I think is amazing because this is a great place for kids and families. And, my son started eating not sushi, but avocado, cucumber, in the middle, cream cheese.
Yeah.
And I feel like those are great ways to introduce kids to wonderful Japanese cuisine.
Yeah. So we do have a lot of those items on the menu where you basically order a la carte. Just been working on it for a little bit. Just have a lot of different projects. It's one of my downfalls, I'd say. I have too many ideas. So just getting myself to focus on one thing. Make it good. Good Philly roll, right?
Do you want one?
No, not right now.
Whoa. Okay, that's good. It's more for me. Okay, yes. Hands down, one of the best Philly rolls that I think I may have ever had. 100%. Salmon is perfect. Right amount of cream cheese, right amount of avocado, and the rice. I have to say, y'all's rice is so good. And I think I learned a little bit about why it's so good from the folks at Kokoro, because you guys do it the traditional Japanese way. You make it in the very traditional, authentic way.
Yeah. It's all sushi is
Kokoro, yeah.
A lot like how you say Italian food. It's always about choosing quality ingredients first, and then just not doing too much to mess it up. So
What's your favorite kind of cuisine in general? Like not to cook or make, but
Besides Japanese,
Mhm.
Vietnamese,
Me too.
I'm very picky about that as well.
Yep.
Because I've been to Vietnam,
Mhm.
and the best food I've had was just like walking up on the side of the street. Oh, say that looks good. Let's try that.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Yeah.
because people dedicate their whole life to one dish a lot of times.
Yep.
So that's
And maybe their
something that's
parents
ingrained
did
inside
that
of me.
dish too.
Yeah.
I used to live in Mexico, and so the garlic shrimp quesadillas on the side of the road in Rosarito, Mexico. You know, I'll remember them for the rest of my life. All right, let's go back to the foodie cam here at the Stomping Grounds at Himari. Take a look at another dish. What are we looking at, Chef?
So this is known as Koko Buddha.
Mhm.
Koko means mushroom in Japanese. Buddha means pork. So this one, I kind of was trying to think of a way to do pork on the menu, just to have a variety. This one kind of was one of those dishes that just kind of came to me suddenly.
Oh, I
There's
like
quite a
that.
few
Maybe
dishes
in
like
a
that.
dream. In a dream, Ty.
Well, the way I look at it, it's like I'm very in tune with my senses, I would say,
I love that.
and I just see the things together. Sometimes it's simple as I see these two items together. I'm like, oh, this would be good together.
Yeah.
And this was one of those cases, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's a bacon wrap, king trumpet mushroom, just with a little balsamic on top. So I really like this because you get crunchy, smoky on the outside, and then you get the nice, meaty, juicy flavor from the mushrooms. And a little accent of sweet and sour, just kind of like round out the palate on the dish.
Yeah, love that. So much going on. Welcome to the show, Josh. You are the cultural ambassador for
Yes.
Duck's Dash Hospitality. Tell everybody a little bit about what you do and shout out all of the concepts that are part of your group.
Yeah, so we have Aiko over on Washington. We have Himari here at Stomping Ground. We have Handy's Dozo on White Oak, as well as Montrose across the street from University of St. Thomas. And then we have Kokoro downtown. And then we have Kokoro in Dubai.
Yes.
And then as far as what I do, I work with some recruiting, marketing, PR, a little bit of everything. Yesterday I was making an artificial duck pond for an event that we have coming up. So never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
day to
So
day.
you kind of float around the different restaurants.
Yeah, I like
Yep.
to say that the majority of what I focus on is just making sure everyone in the company is happy.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. And Chef Tye is certainly showing us some incredible magic dishes here. I feel like there's a lot going on with these dish creations,
Oh, yeah.
and there's a lot more than meets the eye. We've got two more dishes to show y'all on the Himari Houston Restaurant Week's menu. Let's go back to the foodie cam, and there they are. Chef, what are we looking at here?
So we have two more robata selections from our menu. The one on the left will be it's a local product. It's a Texas Wagyu flank steak. It's also dressed with our famous black garlic soy, little mushrooms, and if you prefer, you can have a little wasabi with that to kind of cut the richness and the fattiness. And then for your chicken lovers, we do have our chicken thigh with the crispy skin on it, with a little green onion, teriyaki sauce, and sesame seeds. So that one's got I really like the texture on that one, the skin on the outside.
Yeah, and it's a nice option for folks who are coming here and may not want to do raw or may not want to do sashimi. You can still be introduced to Himari's flavors with the cooked dishes too, and especially for families that aren't ready to unleash the sashimi to their children. Why wouldn't they? I don't know. You know, my feeling is just give it to them and tell them it's macaroni. All right, guys. Few
It's
more
an
days
expensive
left.
habit, though.
Few more days left in Houston Restaurant Weeks. We extended it, as y'all know, until the end of September to help out the restaurants. You can check out all the menus online, HoustonRestaurantWeeks.com or Fox26Houston.com, and make sure you stay tuned to Fox 26 Houston. We have all of your official live coverage of HRW 2024 benefiting the Houston Food. This is the biggest check they get every year, y'all. So we thank you so much for your support as always. And we're so happy that y'all had a great summer. You can check out the Fox 26 YouTube channel for any episodes that you have missed this summer. Y'all don't want to miss them because we found some great dishes. And we will see you next time on another episode. See ya.